print, email, Facebook, Twitter. More. Tom Wolfe, journalist and author of Bonfire of the Vanities, dies aged 88. Tom Wolfe, author of the Bonfire of the Vanities and The Right Stuff, has died at the age of 88, his agent says. The early practitioner of new journalism captured the mood and culture of America across 5 decades with his books, including the electric kool-aid acid test. Wolfe, who had a knack for coining phrases such as radical chic and the me decade, died on Monday, local time, of an unspecified infection in a New York City hospital, his agent Lynn Nesbitt said. His works, fiction and non-fiction alike, looked at realms ranging from the art world to Wall Street to 1960s hippie culture and touched on the issues of class, power, race, corruption and sex. I think every living moment of a human being's life, unless the person is starving or in immediate danger of death in some other way, is controlled by a concern for status, Wolfe said in a Wall Street Journal interview. Wolfe came up with radical chic to brand pretentious liberals, the me decade to sum up the self-indulgence of the 1970s, and the right stuff to quantify intangible characteristics of the first US astronauts and their test pilot predecessors. He was never deterred by the fact that he often did not fit in with his research subjects, partly because he was such a sartorial dandy, known for his white suits. Wolfe was in his mid-70s while hanging out with college kids and working on the novel, I Am Charlotte Simmons. He was a fairly conservative drug-free observer in a coat and tie while traveling with Ken Kesey and his LSD-dropping hippie tribe, known as the Merry Pranksters, for the electric kool-aid acid test in the 60s. By looking so out of place, he figured people would be more prone to explain things to him. Wolfe, present at the birth of new journalism. Wolfe started his writing career at the Springfield, Massachusetts, Union newspaper and also worked for the Washington Post, New York Herald Tribune and New York Magazine. He was present at the birth of what was known as new journalism, a loose style that featured lots of dialogue and detail and allowed reporters to narrate and develop characters in a way more often associated with fiction. One of the genre's defining moments came when Wolfe was having trouble meeting a deadline for a 1964 magazine story on the hot rod car culture. In frustration, he sent his editor a letter with his thoughts and reportage. The magazine ran it verbatim as there goes, vroom, vroom, that candy-collared tangerine flake streamlined baby. The question is not only whether Tom Wolfe can be taken seriously, but whether he can be taken at all, a Time magazine critic wrote in 1968. He is irritating, but he did develop the new journalistic idiom that has brought relief from standard middle-high journalese. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said on Tuesday that Wolfe's wry wit and sharp observations defined an era of life in New York. Wolfe complained that novelists did not bring enough reality to their books, and while bemoaning the state of American literature, offered himself as an exemplar of what it should be, that kindled rivalries with contemporaries Norman Mailer and John Updike, who Wolfe referred to as two old piles of bones. John Irving angrily denounced Wolfe by saying, "I can't read him because he's such a bad writer." Wolfe's trademark was the white suit, often accessorized with a white hat and two-tone shoes. He admitted he liked the attention they brought him. He was born on March 2, 1930 and grew up in Richmond, Virginia, the son of an agronomist father and an arts-oriented mother. He was a star pitcher in high school and in college at Washington and Lee and unsuccessfully tried out for the New York Giants. Wolfe lived in New York with his wife, Sheila. He had 2 children. Reuters print, email, Facebook.